I've got people in my family that are to the right of Attila the Hun. And when people tell me, like, how can you platform that person on your show? I go, I platform my uncle every Thanksgiving. And by the way, I love him. He's a three-dimensional human being who has qualities that I really admire, things about him. And we've lost that. We've lost the ability to love people because we litmus test at every point, in every single moment.
That's political commentator and occasional funny man Jon Stewart doing something you don't see often in circles of liberal elites, defending the humanity of conservatives in front of people who think empathy only goes one way. It's a moment that exposes just how allergic these media hacks are to self-reflection. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like Jon Stewart just broke liberals' minds on social media again, because when a comedian dares to suggest conservatives aren't monsters, liberal shills in establishment media have no choice but to treat it like heresy. I mean, Stewart's pushback against their gatekeeping says more about the panic inside these crumbling institutions than any MAGA meme could ever capture. Here he is at the New Yorker Festival being grilled by a pretend journalist for being friendly with Joe Rogan.
Jon, you've been on Rogan a couple of times?
Yes.
What did you think of that experience, being on Joe Rogan?
I enjoyed being on Rogan. I think he's an interesting interviewer. There are right-wing, weaponized commentators whose sole purpose is to manipulate things to the benefit of the Bannon Project or the Project 2025. Rogan's not that guy.
What is that guy? How would you describe
that guy?
Him?
Is a curious comic who fell into this thing that got enormous, maybe doesn't, has opinions all over the political spectrum, but has tendencies that people on the left does not fit the aesthetic. He's a hunter.
I mean, in fairness, he's had people on who are kind of Nazi curious. That's not good.
I've interviewed Kissinger. And he was carpet bomb curious. I don't know what to say. It's very easy to castigate those where we're like, but he had an opinion a few years back that's, corrosive.
But the difference is when he was carpet bomb curious, you didn't say, oh yeah, that's awesome.
You know, it's funny how these legacy media types suddenly care about responsibility now that they've lost control. Back when they had their monopolies, they didn't mind platforming war criminals or pushing fake narratives, they just called it journalism. I mean, the New York Times once ruled the print world and sold over 1 million copies a day, and now barely a third of Americans trust them at all. That collapse didn't happen by accident. It's what happens when arrogance meets reality. People move to Rogan because he treats them like adults. Stewart calling that out wasn't rebellious. It was obvious. The old guard just can't handle competition in a free marketplace of ideas, which is why they want the state to artificially prop them up and suppress their competition.
And what happens with Rogan sometimes is he'll hear somebody that's on the dangerous end of the spectrum, and he'll just kind of soak it in.
And I think this is a great point. And it's whoever job who thinks that information is dangerous to fight to get their point of view out there to counter what they think is misinformation. You can't just deputize people to say he should have known better and he should have prosecuted that point.
But the reality is, Jon, is that it might be my job or the New York Times job or even your job, but I don't have the audience that Joe Rogan does.
Then get it.
Yeah,
then find
get
people
it.
Who do. Then go on. Then go on that show. Then do those things. It's not acceptable to just say, well, I don't like what he does. Then do it better. Beat them at their own game. It's not enough to just complain that guy got a platform and don't platform that guy. There's no one in this world right now that isn't platformed. And my biggest frustration, honestly, with a lot of scientists is they all go, RFK, oh, he's so f***ed up, that's terrible information. Oh, okay, what's the information? Nothing. Where are they? Get out there, fight.
You know, this is where Stewart exposes how completely backward the establishment mindset really is. They whine about Rogan's audience like it's some moral failure, but the truth is they pushed him there. I mean, Rogan isn't even conservative. He's a disaffected liberal who got tired of being smeared and lied about by people just like this guy grilling Stewart. They called him a right-wing threat, edited his clips, and mocked his guests until he stopped caring what they thought. And now they can't stand that he's more trusted than all of them combined. He doesn't just nod along with far-right guests, he debates them, challenges them, and still manages to sound human. Establishment media's decline isn't Rogan's fault, it's theirs. They burned their credibility and he just filled the void. But let me know what you think, Nerk Nation. Was Jon Stewart's defense of Rogan a sign of things to come, or just another flash of honesty the media will bury as soon as they can? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye.